which player are you most excited to see in this college basketball season that you think is going to be a top 5 pick in the 2026 NBA draft?
Rub my hands together. Darryn Peterson from Kansas is, I think, everything that they say he is.
What do they say he is?
Best guard prospect the last 15 to 20 years.
Whoa.
Hey, Raf, I'm trying to tell you,
Hold on,
man.
I'm thinking, Derrick Rose, that wasn't 20 years ago.
I understand, but Darryn Peterson is really, I think it's August, but I think he's really, really like that. 6'5", shooting guard, does have some playmaking ability, but like he brings it every single night. He's got a different gear. He's got handles. He splits pick and rolls. He's got hops. He went head to head with AJ DeBansa, and he had 61. And AJ, he took the challenge, but he ate a lot of that 61. There's just so many words you can say about Darryn Peterson, but like he passes the eye test. He's got athleticism. He scores in multiple ways: pick and roll, post up, isolation, get to the basket. Defensive monster, dare I say? I believe he was at 3.3 stocks per game in the Adidas 3SSB this last summer. Like he's the goods. Every time I watch him, I get like more excited about like what he's going to bring to the table. And like you got to think, Kansas lost a lot of guys. Finally those old guys got out of there. I think he's gonna have to handle the ball a lot, which only adds more to like his upside as a combo guard instead of like a pure shooting guard.
So I got to go back.
Go ahead, man.
You said best guard in the last 15 to 20 years?
Yes.
Here's a question for you. Yay or nay? Will he have a better statistical freshman year than Trae Young? Remember, Trae Young, and it's not talked about enough. We hear people talk about Michael Beasley's freshman year, Carmelo Anthony's freshman year, Kevin Durant's freshman year. Trae Young averaged 27.4 points and 8.7 assists per game. I don't know if we're going to see that again.
You don't necessarily have to have the best. The statistics don't necessarily have to match. But when you project long term, again, shout out to Trae Young. Those numbers are great. But he did that at 6'1". There's going to be, again, at 6'1", he averaged 27.8. But there's going to be a cap on how great he could be at the next level just because of his physical size. Whereas Darryn Peterson at 6'5", 200, and if he averages 23, 5, and 5, and he's getting you almost 2 steals and a block and a half, and he's just dominating, like I think it's going to be more than just statistics that tell the story of why he might be the best guard prospect of the last 15 to 20 years.
Trae Young's had a good career.
Hey, Trae Young's having a great career.
2-time All-NBA, 4-time All-Star. You can say he's been snubbed a few times. I think it's crazy that the Hawks have not offered him an extension yet. Luka, same draft class, got his extension.
Jaren Jackson got his extension.
He got his extension.
Yeah.
De'Aaron Fox wasn't in the same class. He just got $229. Shea got a gazillion dollars.
Blank check, basically.
So I just think it's crazy that they haven't offered Trae that extension. Anyway, but Darryn Peterson, he's elite, man. One of the things I like about him is that he's got this chip on his shoulder. Like he's got this motor, this intensity that he plays with. But when I watch his film, I'm a car guy, right? I like cars. He's like a Porsche 911. Like,
explain that to me, Rob.
Like the way he can shift gears and change speeds and go from, like you got cars that can go from 0 to 60, but he can go from like 0 to 60, but then 60 to 100. It's like another gear that he has.
I'm trying to tell you, man.
But when I compare it to a sports car, it's like it's in control. Like we've all had some buckets that. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like the harder you press on the gas, the faster you go. The wheels start shaking. But he's so in control with his explosiveness and his speed. Like I said, it's another gear that he can get to. But it's the competitive fire that stands out. Like he just seems like he's just has a singular focus on dominating the game and dominating who's ever in front of him. Do you have any concerns about him?
The volume of threes he took in AAU in high school isn't what you want, but it's. And I'm not saying he's a mid-range merchant, but like you would like to see that increase. But as far as just like his ability to just put the ball in the basket at different levels and different ways, and like I think he's going to be a good passer. Like he shows flashes of being able to get downhill and find guys. Like, I mean, Michael Jordan said it, man, the roof is the ceiling. Like it's just he is really that good.
Yeah. Yeah, when I watched this film, I mean, I got a lot of notes. I talk about just the dog, the competitive fire. I mentioned that he's an alpha. I like that. I mean, not everybody can be an alpha, but I think he's a natural alpha. He's relentless.
Yeah.
But he's calm. I mentioned his motor. I talked about how he moves different. The first step is crazy. I mean, he's blowing by guys, and I'm thinking like, dang, all right, once he gets to the league and there's going to be more spacing around him, and then you're going to have these, he's hunting bigs and he's getting bigs switched out on him. I mean, he's going to get a paint touch nearly every time.
He creates dunks for himself in the half court in high school. Like, I mean, you can get by in high school because you're athletic, but like he does it because he's an athlete and he has handles. He's got quickness. Like, again, like you mentioned, NBA spacing. Like I said, Raf, I'm all in on Darryn Peterson.
Athlete.ai is the story of the athlete. And every athlete deserves to have the story told. Under the lights and in the spotlight. This is your moment, your room. Download, capture, create, share. Athlete.ai. Your name is trending.
I wonder, is it harder to get dunks in the half court in high school simply because the spacing isn't there?
I mean, yeah.
Like, one of my concerns about him, and it's just nitpicking, was he has a tendency to overdrive and to crowded and congested lanes. But in the NBA, if he has the right personnel around him, there's not going to be crowded lanes.
Yeah, I think it's twofold. I mean, you can the lane in high school is more crowded, but the guy
shooter,
and
he's probably got a 6'5" center,
right? But
and we know some of the guys that were on his team. They, we're not guarding them on the perimeter.
You funny, but at the same time, like the guy guarding you isn't always an NBA caliber athlete. The guy in help side isn't always an NBA caliber athlete. So it works kind of like both ways. But either way you sliced it, you cut on Darryn Peterson's film. He's dunking on people, shooting turnaround jumpers. He routinely splits pick and rolls. Like he's got point guard handles and a shooting guard's body with great athleticism, and he plays extremely hard.
Yeah, I like that. The handle is shifty. There's 3-level scoring potential. I have in my notes, he finishes with both hands around the rim, and he's just got these natural scoring instincts, whether it's hezzies, stutter steps, spin moves. He's a tough shot taker, but he also makes tough shots. I mean, when I do my scouting notes, I put down the strengths and the positives, and then I also put down like concerns. I don't necessarily label them weaknesses because, these guys are 18 years old.
Right.
It's just a concern for now. And the only concerns I really have for him is tendency to drive into congested lanes, which, we talked about that. And I wonder, can he shoot off the catch? He's a much better rhythm pull-up shooter, especially in the mid-range, but can he shoot off the catch?
But do you feel like he needs to, everybody needs to be able to shoot off the catch, but if you look at let's just say he's an Anthony Edwards type. How many, as you look at the Minnesota Timberwolves play, how many catch and shoot threes does Anthony Edwards get to take over the course of the game? Like for him, Anthony Edwards unlocking that next level, which is a superstar, which he is, he's shooting off the dribble shots. So it's like, I get it. You want to be able to knock down, catch and shoot threes, but I think he's going to be a guy that's going to have the ball in his hands instead of a guy who's going to play off of, I mean, you need to be able to play off of somebody else, but I think he's going to have like high usage he's 18 in 10 years. You know what I'm saying? Like he's going to be, set everything up, go run everything. He's that kind of talent.
But I had a conversation with someone yesterday about the NBA draft compared to the NFL draft. He's like, the NFL draft, if you took a quarterback number 1 with your, first round pick one year, you're not going to take one the next year. In NBA, it's like, all right, best player available. So you could end up in a situation. I mean, Dylan Harper's an example where you are going to have to play off the ball some.
Yeah, I get that too, but for the most part, like, we don't know how the ping pong balls may fall, but I think he's going to be somebody you just give the ball to day one.
Yeah.